Why don't businesses experiment? You hear a lot about different approaches to businesses, improvement, trial and error. It's often not one of them. People are afraid to go out on a limb in business. Often, the normal strategy is the one that takes precedence. The fear of the unknown is what prevents this. Businesses are strategy driven, big picture, follow the formula. Experimenting throws this out the window. It embraces the unknown. We try to find the answers to the real questions. Look at virtually any other field. Science, math, technology, even product development. Experimenting is the norm. Why do we resist this so steadfastly with business? We fail to travel the road that is less traveled. I feel like the road less traveled is a great metaphor for business. Very often, the cookie cutter approach is applied with everything from startups to multi-billion-dollar enterprises. The competitors that truly differ themselves, they experiment. Traditional business strategy dictates that we develop a plan and we stick to it. This is certainly solid advice. However, there needs to be segmented sections that we can play around with. Try different approaches. We need to be able to experiment in order for our business to be truly innovative. Take, for example, the article that Dan Ariely titled "Why Businesses Don't Experiment" that is the basis for this Pecha Kucha. He gives a great example about a company that was gung-ho for innovative pricing research until they realized it might mar their bottom line. They were not willing to go out on a limb and experiment. Being great, making change, rolling the dice. That's what it takes to do well in business. However, business values answers over questions, and that's why they would rather have someone like a consultant tell them what to do than hire research to potentially stir up more questions. In order to be successful, however, you have to rock the boat. That's what it takes to be great. You have to make some waves. You have to get out there, and don't be afraid to let the experimenters ask the hard questions. This will lead to the answers that could potentially be game changers for your organization. It takes risk, but it yields reward. Experimenters are the best way to learn what impact new ideas could potentially have for an organization. The answers that we gain when we apply the scientific method to business are not founded in opinion, rather they're based on the bedrock of truth and the facts that we gain through calculated research. Answers are the fruit of research. We conduct experiments to get to the meat of what can realistically be expected to occur in a given situation. This goes beyond mere opinion and can give us the path to new directions that our organization can utilize for growth. So, once you've decided to embrace the nature of research and experimentation at your organization, then you must apply that new information to your current practice and meld it into the framework of your strategy. The integration that results from experimentation is the key to making it worthwhile. Plotting a new course that integrates new research has its unknowns. As you're about to release these ideas into the marketplace, remember that you're working in new ideas and they may be met with some resistance. It's important to stay the course, maintain a strong position, because what you do is for the good of your organization. With any luck, your experiments will yield growth. You will foster a sense of adventure and desire for your coworkers to head forward with even more new and exciting ideas. Developing a culture that embraces experimentation takes time, but it is worth it. The fruit of experimentation in business can be many. From overhauling commission structures, developing new and innovative pricing methods, to improving customer relations. The areas that can be affected are limitless, but this harvest can only be attained if you're willing to go out on a limb. Remember that with an attitude of innovation and a desire to step outside the structured norms of accepted business strategy, we can achieve more than we ever thought possible. If we use the tools provided to us by science and enlist those with the tools to answer the great unknowns that challenge our world, the sky is the limit. With experimentation in business, don't clip your wings before you ever take off.